Greetings, YouTube. How's everybody doing out there today? Today is Sunday, the 7th. It's like 3:09 in the afternoon. Well, I went to the junkyard yesterday, guys. I got me some parts. I got, well, first, let me start over here with this right here. I took my grill off because I'm going to paint it. And if you guys ever go to take these grills off or you need to know how to take them off, it's got hidden clips on the bottom. See, it's got clip there, one there. And when I went to the junkyard, guys, I meant to look to see if they had any clips, and I forgot to look. I forgot to look for a few things. But I spent like $130 at the junkyard yesterday. I got almost everything I wanted, except for I forgot to look for the clips, and I forgot to look for a headrest. And I'm probably going to look for another seat, but I'll get to that in a minute. So I got all this tore apart because it's going to be easier to paint the bumper and everything. I'm going to take these lights out right there. I'm going to put me some LEDs in. And I'm thinking about, I might get me a bar light. Put me a bar light in here somewhere. I think because the way it's made, I might be able to screw it here and I can still get it to stand up. Put me a bar light there. I'm not 100%, or I might just put the lights there and try to figure out how to get me a bar light up there somewhere. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. But yeah, that's why I got the front of this all tore apart, guys, because I'm going to replace all my bulbs. I'm going to polish them all up and everything. It's still going to be a couple weeks, so I still got to get me a polisher. So, but I went to the junkyard. This is my old leaf spring. You can see right there is where it's bent. That's the old one. I got the new one in there. I got the new leaf spring in there. Much, much better. See how it's not bent like that one there was? So I got that in there. Took my shocks out. Start tearing that apart. I want you guys to check this out. I never, ever replaced these shoes. Never replaced a drum. I think the last time I might have looked at these, probably about 14 years ago, was the last time I looked at these. Guys, if you ever, the brake shoes are more intimidating than the pads. The pads, you just collapse the piston in there and they just pop out and you pop them back in. Easy. Disc brakes are so easier to work with. But these drums can be very intimidating because there's springs. There's one there, one there, one there. There's one there, and one there. And then you got your, this right here is your adjuster. And what that does, like, sometimes you don't have to, when these pads wear down, well, first of all, it automatically adjusts. But when these pads wear down, you can get in there and you can adjust them a little bit. I never adjusted them. But they you know, for 19 years, man, you can't beat it. And usually your front pads probably run out 3 times more than your rear pads. You might replace these here maybe every 3 to 5 years. And then you might replace them probably, you could up to 3 times in 1 year if you keep buying those $10 brake pads. That's the difference in $10 brake pads and whatever. But if you guys ever do these here by yourself, jack the whole rear end of the car up, take both wheels off. That way you have something to guide you with. Because if you get in here and you've never done this before, guys, and you tear all these springs and collapse everything, you can make a mess. You can lose where because the first time I did these here, I was very intimidated. But I'm like, well, wait a minute. I got the other side that I can match up and I can see where everything goes. And that's the best part about this. One thing, guys, you never ever want to do, you never ever want to rig this brake system back here and try to think, well, I'll just put these springs on, just put it in there and be done with it. No. You got to put it back the way the factory wants you to have it back. Because if these brakes fail, you're in big trouble. You're in big trouble. And your emergency brakes are usually on these back brakes. And if your back brakes are rigged up, you can't use your emergency brake either. So you want to make sure you get that right. So, but I got that in there. got that done. I got my shocks out. Let me show you. 2 ways how you can tell you got bad shocks. You can rub your hand across the tire. If your tire don't feel smooth, it's got like divots in it. It's because your tire, your shock's bad, and when you hit a bump, instead of it bouncing and coming back, it goes like a bouncing basketball. So it's skipping on the concrete. So if you run your hands across there and it's like, it feels like rough, where it should feel smooth, that means you got bad shocks. And this is another way how you tell you got a bad shock. When you collapse this thing, and it don't come back right away. See how it doesn't come back right away? It's a bad shock. I'll show you the other one. I got the other one over here. I got it off too. Where's it at? Oh, it's still under there. Oh well. But anyway, that's how you tell you got bad shocks. That's why whenever you do your brakes, just run your hand across the tire, and you can tell. Let me run my hand across the tire. See, I don't feel divots in it. I don't feel divots in it. But usually it'll feel off. It'll feel off. I'm gonna replace all my shocks. I got my parts. I think my parts are gonna be about $350 for everything. Here's my new bumper right here. It's got surface rust on the back of it, but the front of it, somebody sprayed this in primer and left it. The way to get, I'm gonna just sand this whole thing now. Look like I got a little bit of rust right there. I'm just gonna go ahead and just get it all back to bare metal. That's what I'm gonna do. Get me some edge primer, and to get that rust off, guys, I'm gonna use white vinegar and a scrub brush. That'll get all that rust off of there. And then I'm gonna try to find me some rust encapsulator, and I'm gonna try to encapsulate all that rust, because that's the only way you're gonna get that rust not to come back. After I do all that, I'm gonna scrub it with white vinegar, and that should get all that rust off of there. And then hit it with some rust encapsulator. Should never come back. But let me show you this. Looks a whole lot better, don't it? Now that I got that up there, it's just sitting there. It looks a whole lot better than what I had. Whole lot better what I had. I think all that cost me with the bumpers, the side skirts, and leaf spring. The leaf spring was $30. The bumpers were $100 for all that. So I got all that there, got it all. I'm happy with it, because I think this right here, last time I checked, and Nissan might not even sell these anymore. I don't know, because after usually about 12 to 15 years, the dealer stops making stuff, or the factory stops making stuff, and then they either go to aftermarket, or you might get lucky and a dealership might have one sitting on the back shelf that they haven't sold. So that's the only thing. That's the downside of it. And these cars are not. These trucks are like, they're not like super popular where everybody wants them. Even everybody's collecting them, whatever. And there might be some Nissan collectors out there. I don't know. Me, I just, it's been a great truck to me, and I want to clean it up a little bit, get it back to looking good, get it back on the road, and that's why I've been working on it and putting a little money into it. Hey, if you got a great running car, man, and I got time right now, and I got the money, fix all the little stuff on there. Like, I'm gonna do all the brakes and put shocks on there. I'm gonna get a new exhaust put on the back. I'm gonna get a new muffler and exhaust run off the back, and then I'm gonna paint all this up. And guys, if you do it yourself, like, everything I'm gonna do here is probably gonna be less than $1,000. That's because I'm doing it myself. Yeah, if you pay somebody else to do it, yeah, it's gonna cost you a fortune. So it'll probably cost you more than the car's worth. But all that damage, and I showed you in my previous video where I got rear-ended, they gave me $3,500 for this truck. And that was them not totaling it. Well, no, let me take that back. That was them totaling it. It was $3,700 and some change, and that was them totaling out my car and taking it. Well, I said it still runs great. The only problem is that leaf spring was bent. The leaf spring was bent, and it was causing the car to stick up in the air. And my lift gate, I couldn't get my lift gate open because it was bent. If you look down my lift gate, you can see how it's all bent up. I can fix this lift gate if I wanted to, but I got another one. Like I said, I got another lift gate, and it's black too. I don't have to paint it, same color. But I'm gonna have less than $1,000 in fixing this thing, and that's not counting the windshield. The windshield's big. The windshield got cracked twice. It's cracked over there and it's cracked right here. I don't know how much the windshield is, but this right here, I'm gonna fix that rust. What I got to do is cut all that out and put new rust, put new metal in there, and I'm gonna use the old lift gate. I'm gonna use the metal out of the old lift gate here. I'm gonna use that metal out of the old lift gate to put back in there, so I'll have the factory metal back in there. And then the only thing I got to do is just paint the roof. And that shouldn't be too much, because I'm going to go back with the factory color. And then once I get that done, I'm probably going to take and just buff the whole car out. Just buff it all out. Like this stuff right here, guys. Take a heat gun, pull that out, and that should go right back. I mean, just little things. I mean, this thing it's been a great car to me. It runs. Why not if you got time to tinker with your car, why not get in here and pull it in there and just take care of the little stuff? You know, I've been neglecting this thing for the last 19 years. I've been, just doing stuff to keep it on the road. But now I want to do stuff so it stays on the road at least another 10, 20 years. Because it's a great car. It's got a little surface rust. That's the most rust up there. It's the most rust on the car. Everything else it's fine. It's in great shape. I don't hardly have any rust. I got a little surface rust back here, but I'll take care of that. Ain't no big deal. But the body's still in great shape. The interior's still in great shape. My seat, I'm gonna look and see if I can't find me another seat. If not, I definitely need some more headrests. Some different headrests, but that's the only problem with my seat right there. And I'm gonna try to find me another seat and just replace the whole thing. That's the only seat I really need to replace, but we're gonna see what I can find. Because one of the Nissans I got in, they took the whole interior, so it must have had good interior. But these things, guys, I don't know where you live. I've only seen, they just now starting to get into the junkyards. They're just now starting to get into the junkyards. And, these things, they run. If you know Nissan, Toyota, Honda, Mazdas, I mean, even some of the American cars are starting to run and last a lot longer. So instead of paying $30,000, I think that's what this thing was brand new. I bought it used. It was 2 years old. Had $39,000 on it when I bought it. This thing's been to Canada, Florida, Massachusetts, all over the East Coast. But yeah, and not only that, I get to, it's like you get to learn about your car by working on it, tearing it apart, getting to figure things out. And some things are not easy to figure out. And then you got to break it, and that's when the junkyard comes in. I've always told people, man, just tear things apart, and that's how you learn how to fix things. That's how I've learned. Just tear them apart. But make sure you got a backup plan in case you break something. Because you don't want to mess with something that, like if I couldn't get this grill off of here, and these clips were non-existent, I come up with a backup plan. Do I go with nuts and bolts? Or B, do I just leave it alone and try to work around it? Well, fortunately, these clips are not that rare. If the dealer don't sell them anymore, that's fine with me. I'll just go back with nuts and bolts. I'll just figure something out. So, well, guys, that's pretty much where we're at today. I'm just getting all the old stuff off of there, just tinker with it. I got that all tore apart. Now I'm getting ready to take, and I'm ready to get all that rust up off of there. And I might do it outside, throw my jacket on, throw me a cord out there. I might do it outside because it's going to stir up some dust. So, all right, guys. Well, that bumper looks a whole lot better than that bumper. I'll tell you that. I can't wait, guys, to start painting on this thing and get it painted. And another thing, too, on this paint right here, I'm going to use rattle cans. I'm going to use rattle cans, but I'm going to try to find me a flat clear, too, or a matte clear, because I'm going to spray it all matte black. I'm going to spray it all matte black. I'm going to get this here off, too, when I get ready to work on the roof. I'm going to get that off. I'm going to spray that all matte black. And I just can't wait to get this thing. Before I do the roof, the roof I'll probably do in the summertime because I need some heat. You don't want to spray paint with an open flame. You'll wind up. Let me get that off of there. Yeah, didn't get that hot. You'll wind up blowing yourself up. Try to spray paint with an open flame. You're just asking for a big bomb to go off. So that's why I'm going to wait until this spring or summer when I got a nice 60, 70 degree day. That's when I'm going to start working on that. And I'm going to get this windshield taken out of here. I'm going to get this taken out of here because when this comes out, then this cowl stream, all that, I'm going to take this all out. That's all going to be painted matte black. And I just can't wait. And I tell you what, guys, I'm debating. I'm thinking about buying me another one of these. I want one that's four-wheel drive. This one here isn't four-wheel drive. I said it in one of my previous videos. When I went to buy this thing, they had two black. All they had was two of them on the lot, and they were both black. One was four-wheel drive. One was two-wheel drive. But the one that was four-wheel drive was a standard shift. I love standard shifts, but I just hate dealing with that clutch. And when you got a four-wheel drive truck, it's a lot harder to get that clutch out of there. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible to get it out of there, or it's like devastating to get it out of there. I don't like dealing with clutches on certain cars. So that's where I'm at, guys. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna get off of here. I hope you guys have a great week. Today is Sunday. It's Super Bowl Sunday. I don't watch football anymore or any major league sports anymore, but I'm getting ready to work on this bumper. I'm going to get this bumper cleaned up best I can. And then tomorrow, if I get off work early enough, I'll come out here and scrub it with some white vinegar. Get all that rust off of there. And I'm going to try to get me some encapsulator so I can encapsulate that rust. So. All right, guys. Well, like this video, share this video. Give me a thumbs up if you care. If you want to comment down below, I'll try to answer your questions as much as possible. Other than that, guys, have a great week this week. Some big things are coming. As far as the economy goes, you're going to see some crazy stuff happening here pretty soon. Just hang in there and watch what the Lord does. So, till the next time, guys. Bye-bye.